I want to start with Gabby, okay, because I want to pick up on that, what Mike just mentioned. Gabby, I want to go back to Game 3. Alex, can you go along with me here? Game 3 for Gabby, right? Dodgers, Lance Lynn.
Partido número 3 contra los Dodgers, contra Lance Lynn, aquí.
He hit one ball there.
El primero se fue hacia allá,
Foul.
foul.
Next pitch.
El siguiente lanzamiento,
Out there.
para allá.
Unbelievable.
Increíble.
It's one of those moments where even broadcast, like Ron Darling said, I've never seen that before. What was that like for you?
Fue uno de los momentos que inclusive muchos locutores, inclusive Ron Darling comentó que nunca había visto eso. Descríbenos ese momento cuando sucedió.
Bueno, para mí fue uno de los momentos más importantes de mi carrera, de verdad. Poder conectar el cuarto jonrón y de esa manera, ese es prácticamente como algo de sueño, pero pudimos hacer lo que hicimos y de verdad conseguimos esa victoria, pero de verdad ese momento fue impresionante, increíble.
An incredible moment, probably the best moment of my career to be able to hit that home run. It was just incredible.
Did it sink in the second one? Are you thinking, what just happened? I can't imagine processing that as it's happening.
Cuando la sacaste de la barda, pudiste procesar todo eso, lo que estaba sucediendo, pudiste realizar lo que había sucedido.
Yo creo que sí. Después fue que me di cuenta que yo hice eso. Pero sí, fue un momento, ¿verdad? Cuando iba corriendo la base, tiré el bate para allá. Cuando vi que la bola se fue, tiré ese bate para allá para arriba y nada, corrí la base con emoción y tal.
I think it sunk in a little bit afterward. When I was running the bases, I saw the ball go out, I did the bat flip, and it was incredible.
One of the highlights of the year. Kevin, we've talked with Merrill and Zach and Brandon Fott about how their season started versus how they finished. And I think when people were watching you dominate, and that word is perfect, in September and October, it's easy to forget you actually were optioned back to the minor leagues over the summer. And that transition for you, it was amazing to watch. A guy who was optioned out and then is just mowing down the best hitters in the game in the biggest moments. What was that like for you? What changed when you came back from Reno into June?
Yeah, just going down, I understand the business side of it. It's just part of the game. It's what I signed up for. And I felt like when I went down, it was kind of a reset for me to kind of just, go through my routine, make sure I'm feeling good. I felt like I was going to get called back up. And then, shortly after, I was there for about 2 weeks, and then I felt like I came back up. And I just had a refresh mindset, and it all kind of settled. We played Atlanta, and I faced, Riley, Olsen, and Murphy, and I punched out the side, and I was like, that's what I've been missing right there. I felt it felt good, so it just kind of I felt like I developed some momentum ever since that point. So.
Is that confidence the key for you then? You're finding confidence, you're seeing the results?
Sure, yeah. I mean, it is a results-based game, but I felt like for me, I was like, okay, just keep doing what I'm doing, taking care of my health, and I just wasn't, I'm sure Paul can agree with this too. It's like, I don't think you're afraid of the moment. And we have tough jobs to do, so I think us going out there and we don't have to be perfect every time, but just find ways to get outs is the biggest thing.
Yeah, in so many of those games you had the toughest job and you were unbelievable. I mean, it was just something to watch Kevin just blow these guys away. Paul, same for you. You're mid-season from Seattle, and I remember Minnesota. Let's see, I knew right away I was going to get that reaction. First save opportunity as a Diamondback. It's a 2-2 game, ninth inning on a Sunday. We've dropped the first two against the Twins. Christian Walker hits a home run, top 9. We go up 3-2. Sewald comes in, first save opportunity as a Diamondback. Face 3 batters, home run, walk, home run. And everyone was so, we got a closer finally. And then after that, however, saves in 12 of the next 14 appearances. So how did you for the game and become the dominant closer that you turned out to be?
Yeah, not how I wanted to show D-backs fans what I could do. Obviously, wasn't my first blown save of the year and wasn't my last. It's just one of those things. It just happened to be the very first one with the new team, and just had to make sure that the next time I went out there, kind of showed a little bit more of what I could do. And thankfully, the next couple went a lot better than that. And they kind of got back on a roll and got a good races with our fans.
Yeah, if you look at the game logs after that game, it just says save, 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 save all the way down the list. I mean, it seemed like you got very comfortable with this group right away.
Yeah, I just think I didn't understand how difficult it was going to be getting traded to a team and just try to get a new system, get a new environment. I think I downplayed how difficult that was going to be, and obviously it took me a little bit of while. And we lose 9 straight when I get here, so people are really not excited that I'm here. And then we finally got one, and it just felt like a gigantic weight off my shoulders when we beat San Diego here, and then to come back literally the next day and get another one was like, okay, now we got settled, and everyone in the clubhouse embraced me, and then we just went right back to work from there.
And you, a lot like Kevin and a lot of the guys, once you got into October, 2 saves in the Milwaukee series, 2 in the Dodgers series, 2 in the Phillies series. You had postseason experience later before with Seattle. How was this different, if at all?
It was, the moment was a little big for me last year when I was in Seattle. The world started to spin a little bit fast for me in Toronto and didn't go great in Houston. So I think that was my motivation all last year's off season was, okay, that was, a little bit embarrassing. You're one of the best pitchers in the league and you panic in the biggest moment. We need to make sure that mentally you're going to be prepared for the next time you're in the postseason. And it went a lot better this time. And I'm proud of myself just for that. Overcoming that was a struggle in 22 and much better in 23, thank goodness.
You got to be on the mound Game 7 against the Phillies for the clincher. How about that moment?
Maybe all 3 of our clinchers worked out in my favor.
Yeah,
that worked out pretty well for me.
That was the big one, though.
That was the biggest one.
We're going to the
that
World
was the biggest
Series.
one. It didn't even really hit me until maybe in the middle of the celebration. I think, I joke, I was literally just thankful that Kyle Schwarber didn't come to the plate. That more than anything.
I think we all were, frankly.
Like, oh, thank goodness there's nobody on and he doesn't come up. So I think just a sigh of relief. I think you can see in the video, it just raised my hands and was like, thank goodness that's over and now it's time to celebrate.
Kevin, if I had one word for you in all those big moments in October, watching you pitch and get those outs, I think it would be intensity. I mean, the intensity is just coming through. You could see it. And then when you get that final out to get them out of the inning, every time the reaction was intense. Are you feeling that, or is it that release when you finally get that third out?
It's the release for sure. I think when I'm out there, I'm very focused. I feel like, I'm just trying to go out and do my job and be the best version of myself. And, no matter what the situation was, I felt like I was comfortable to express how I reacted, So I think, obviously the Game 7 against Phillies was just incredible. I felt like I was so zoned in the whole time I was out there, and then you see the celebration after it. It's just pure elation.
You can watch you pitch, and if you're watching, I was saying to myself, Kevin's in a different place right now. He's just in his own perfect blinders on in the zone. It was really amazing to watch.
Thank you.
Well, they're afraid to.
Yeah, exactly. But we didn't want to bother him, right? Just let him do his thing, and it was like, all right, he's kind of getting in his crazy state, like just that.
When does that generally start? Then by the 8th inning, it's the lunatic? Is that how that went?
In the regular season. The postseason, like the first inning.
It comes across that way, I guess. For me, I don't feel that way, but for other people, I'm sure they say it differently. But I felt like by the 5th or 6th inning, I'm trying to make sure I go through my stretching, and then I'm kind of looking at their lineup and seeing like how I'm going to attack and go about who I'm going to face, because I have a good idea of who I'm going to come up with a certain part of the lineup. So that was kind of right.
Alex, I want to ask Gabby, we talked with guys about how their season started and then how they finished. I remember when at this time last year, Gabby was going to be eased into the backup catcher role behind Carson Kelly, and then Carson was injured at the final week of spring training. suddenly Gabby was the guy. How was that for him?
Entrando la temporada anterior, quizás el plan era de que entraras poco a poco como el emergente de Carson Kelly y de repente él se lesiona y tú entras como el nuevo primario receptor. Platícanos sobre eso.
Bueno, sí, es algo que no se esperaba, pero bueno, de verdad que esto es un negocio, ¿verdad? Dios me dio la oportunidad de poder empezar en Grandes Ligas en Opening Day y nada, pude aprovechar cada momento que me dieron y obtuvimos buenos resultados durante la temporada.
It was something unexpected, you know, the business side of the game, and thankfully I was able to get that opportunity and take advantage of that opportunity and run with it.
You sure did. Gabby, did you get a sense how much the fans you were quickly becoming a fan favorite with your personality, right? Alex, did he sense that at all over the course of the year?
¿Te diste cuenta a través de la temporada que te fuiste convirtiendo poco a poco uno de los favoritos de la afición?
Sí, un poco, de verdad. Lo aprecio mucho, de verdad. Me gusta mucho Phoenix, me gusta estar aquí, de verdad los fanáticos son tremendos, ¿verdad? Nos lo demostraron el año pasado y nada, se merecen lo mejor este año y vamos con todo este año otra vez.
Little by little, I did, and I greatly appreciate it. And we're going to continue to work hard and continue to that success in 2024.
Awesome. I know we have some questions. Sienna, I think, is ready with our first one.
Yes, we are. We're here with Fernando, and his first question is for Gabriel.
When you got hit in the head with the bat with the Brewers on you, how did that feel? How did it take you to
Cuando recibiste el golpe contra Milwaukee, ¿cómo se sintió? ¿Cuánto duraste para recuperarte?
Se sintió doloroso, de verdad, doloroso y nada, traté de ser un líder detrás de quedarme en el juego. Pude sacar ese inning, pero de verdad después se puso la cosa fea.
It was very painful. I tried to show some leadership and continue. I was able to play one more inning, but I had to come out.
Mike, who do you have?
I'm hanging out with the 8 News. Got a question for Gabby.
How did you become the best player, or out there, the best catcher on the Diamondbacks?
¿Cómo es que te convertiste en el mejor receptor en el equipo de los Diamondbacks?
Bueno, trabajando. Yo creo que trabajando el sprint training que tuvimos el año pasado, trabajamos muy bien y pude, de verdad, conocerme y pude demostrarlo, que fue lo más importante durante la temporada y de verdad pude hacer lo que me gusta hacer y qué bueno que haya gustado a todo el mundo.
Just working, just getting to know myself as a player. I'm very thankful that everyone enjoyed the type of player that I am and just continue to work.
I think we have time, Sienna, for 2 more questions.
All right, we're here with Leo, and he has a question for all 3 of you guys.
Can you guys hit the griddy and bowl?
That's gonna be though.
Yeah.
That's gonna be.
No, not the dancer.
I can do it.
All right,
Vámonos.
let's see it. Gabriel Moreno, everybody. All right, Mike. That should have been the walk-off or the
Yeah.
dance-off. Let's do one more.
Yeah, that's a tough act to follow. You gonna ask him to like do the Charleston or something? What do you got?
We all know that the Dodgers are our big enemies right now. They're spending a lot of money on their pitching. Do you feel like we're going to be successful with our new lineup? Or how do you feel coming forward versus their new lineup?
Paul, what do you think? You're the leader back there.
Yeah, they won 100 games last year, and that's all they won because they didn't win any.
There you go. Paul Sewald. I think I broke the mic. Gabriel Moreno, Kevin Ginkel, and Paul Sewald. Thanks, you guys. Thanks.
I like the Fox Snow was. It's good, Steve.